There are six things that I learned about renting rooms to men post-divorce for several years that I want to share with you. It's important both for men who are post-divorce, but also for women, a woman who may be dating a guy post-divorce. Now, if your attention span is as short as mine, let me share two principles with you up front. Those that maintain their ability to commit in a relationship recover the fastest. That may sound counterintuitive, but I'm going to prove it to you in a minute. Second principle, he who is clear about his future is clear about his money. Therefore, he can be clear about a woman. Those two principles, here are the six types. The very first type is one that's complacent, right? He's lazy, becomes comfortable, regardless of how the divorce happened, becomes comfortable, loses his ambition, loses his drive. Now, that may be a contributing factor to why he was divorced in the first place, right? So we'll scratch that one. The second type, though, is someone who becomes callous. They become hardened, emotionally distant. They view women, all women, in a very dark light, all being the same. That really doesn't work well for them because it takes them a very long time to recover, because they get stuck because they stay stuck in anger and bitterness. And they may have a legitimate reason for being angry and bitter. It doesn't help them. They become callous. But that callousness leads to the third type, men that become cavalier. Now, this unfortunately happened to me because I took 8.5 years to get divorced, trying to be good and, to my ex-wife. Lesson learned. But being cavalier, they become arrogant. Now, I wasn't arrogant, but they began to play the dating game by the rules. They began to maneuver. They began to handle women, and they see how responsive women are to that. They begin to accumulate female friends. I fell into that trap. The problem with that is, of course, again, you stay stuck. You're not able to recover. And because you're not able to recover, you're not clear about how to rebuild. Because of that, you feed your ego. And so you can become very comfortable in that space for a long time, being cavalier and being flowing. Now, is it possible for someone, a man to succeed in that space? Yes, he can succeed because women are put in their space, their place, and he doesn't let them out of that space. But if you want a higher quality of life, me personally, I needed to grow past that. And I did several years ago. It took me years to do it, but I did it. Here's the third type. A person who becomes complicated. The most distasteful trait that a man could have is being indecisive. They become indecisive. They communicate and they act in innuendo. You don't really know where they're coming from. They live in the gray. The problem with that is that they come across that way, which is distasteful. But because of that, they don't recover either. They stay stuck. Can stay stuck for years. Now, I'm going to share something with you. Here is the fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth. The fifth is, and this happens to most of us, especially if you're an achieving personality, if you give your absolute all to your marriage to succeed, we become crushed. We become broken. Unfortunately, we lose our status, lose our influence. We lose part of our identity because we identified ourselves as husbands, as providers. We had a vision of being committed, long-term, succeeding in marriage, probably longer than anyone else in our families have succeeded. I don't know what your background is, but that's usually the case. But being crushed is not a bad place to be because it allows you to do the dark work to become the person that you must become in the future. You cannot go back to being the way you were before. So men that become crushed, but that maintain the ability to commit, I'm going to share with you, that's the sixth type, recover faster. And they become a new person. They do the work in isolation by themselves. They go through their pain, they go through their tears, but they heal emotionally. They forgive. And they may slide for a minute into being, cavalier. I did. But they come out of it and they move forward. Now, they may even miss a good woman during that process. I did. But I learned a lesson from it. All right. Here's the sixth type. I started this in the very beginning. Those that maintain their ability to be in a committed relationship. They don't surrender the capacity they have to be committed. Now, here are the commitments that they make. They stay committed to themselves. They commit to themselves first. For the first time in their life, usually a guy who's post-divorce is in a position to take care of himself. He's not always focusing on somebody else, the wife, the kids. And his kids may be getting older, but he'll begin to notice that even as he continues to try to give his all, there's always someone who is in a position to receive his all. Therefore, he makes a commitment to himself because he has to recover. He has to go through the work. The second commitment he makes is to his future. And that commitment, it allows him to maintain the certainty to endure the pain, endure the suffering, endure the setbacks, and move forward. The third is that he becomes very purposeful and very intentional about everything that he does, because he's clear about his future, he's clear about his money. So he knows where he is financially. He knows where he's on track. He knows whether he's behind. He knows how far behind he is. But he also knows how to get back on. He also knows how to rebuild, and he's focused on that. So he recovers faster, gets to the cycle of rebuilding, which is strictly financial, getting his money right. And then because he knows where he wants to be in his future, he knows how much money he needs to restore that. Now, for a female, a woman dating a guy in that space, if you're a female dating a guy who's been married before, and he seems to be slow at making decisions, it's slowness. It's not indecision. He wants to make sure that if he sees you as a good, solid woman, that what he sees is real, because he already knows that when people get in a position of ownership, as in marriage, they change. He needs to make sure that you're not one of those. And so he'll either be slow with you in a decision, or he'll be very clear with you that his purpose is right here, his intention is right here, and if you fit into that, then you guys can have a long-term relationship. But he has not lost the ability to commit. He's maintained that ability. It's very important. I've seen guys, in their 40s go through process of divorce. I've seen them 1 year, don't see them. I see them 2 years later, and they're still in the same mental space of looking lost, feeling lost. Because you have to go through the darkness. You have to go through that crush period and come out. But if you keep your ability to commit, if you keep your ability to be the good, solid guy you've always been, you'll recover faster. You'll get back on track. You get your money right, and then you'll be able to restore it. And everybody that doubted you, even your ex, will begin to want your attention. But because you committed to yourself, you make sure that your attention goes to yourself primarily. And if your kids are still young, and if they still need some support, you will support them, but you have to put yourself in a position to be strong first. So this is the thought for the day, for you. Because men suffer a long time, decades, some of us, and we never really recover. We never really get back on track. We always are still lagging behind. And it's because we fall into either being complacent, which is the worst place to be, being callous, being hardened, we become cavalier. And actually, I said being complacent was the worst. Next to complacency is being complicated. You don't know where you want to go. Keep these thoughts in mind. I want to share this with you. Hopefully this is of inspiration, instructional to somebody, and share it with somebody that may be going through divorce so they can know what needs to be done to compress their recovery time. And as always, I wish you all the blessings and success you deserve.